This is Atheist Reads Bible Verses. We're going to do one of the best verses in the Bible. Of course, we're going to read half the chapter. I mean, hope you don't mind. It ain't going to be a long chapter, though. It starts in Exodus chapter 21, and the verse that we really are interested in will be verse, roughly to verse 22 and 21 are the meat of it. But let's get to it and break it down. First off, of course, you go to KingJamesBibleOnline.org. That's, of course, how I printed this out as a reminder to myself. You can go to gotquestions.org if you want to see how they explain this away. And we'll entitle this, God Does Not Mind If You Kill Your Slaves. I might not put that as the title of the video. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But let's see what God has to say about punishing slaves. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, first off, I do highly suggest you go to KingJamesBibleOnline.org and type in the Exodus chapter 21 and read the chapter and read what people's comments. Some of them will tell you, well, this isn't very God speak, it's the man's law. They're making, this isn't what God... Here it is. Exodus 21 verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. Obviously, someone is talking to this Moses guy. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. Notice, that's Hebrew servant. You'll hear these apologists say, no, but the slavery in the Bible was not the same as today. They can go free. No, it's Hebrew servant. Okay? Hebrew servant. If they get servants from the Gentiles, they can keep them forever. Why do you think we're having all these problems with these Zionist Jews? Not all Jews. I'm talking about the Zionist Jews. Have you looked at Netanyahu, the things he said, like in 2001, there's a video on YouTube you can find where he specifically says that, Israel is in control of the country, in the United States. He basically says we get them to do whatever we want. The Young Turks, I believe they did a video on it. The Young Turks. I'm not the biggest fan of everything that the Young Turks say, but you should see this video on Netanyahu in 2001 and some of the things, But there's a reason. I'll just say that. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she bore him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. See how they tricked this guy? Watch the next part. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Of course, he's not going to want to leave his wife and kids. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or to the doorpost. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Think about how much pain that is, too. If a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, sell his daughter to be a maidservant. She shall not go out as the men servants do. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, he bought her. Then shall he let her be redeemed. And I know there are going to be a bunch of people going to give this video a thumbs down because you can't handle the truth about your religion. I get that. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed, to sell her unto a strange nation. He shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he hath betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. That seems so sweet until you realize that she'd just been bought, And if he had betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. And if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish? See, it seems kind of like, oh, this is mercy towards this poor woman. But remember, she was bought. She didn't get to choose to be married to this guy. She's basically property. Remember that? She's property. And if you do not these things unto her, then shall she go free without money. Without money. Notice that. She doesn't get anything. He that smiteth a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death. And if a man lie not in the way, but God deliver him into his hands, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And I don't have a problem with the death penalty. I personally don't. So I'm okay with that part that we just went over. You know, you kill someone and you got to pay with your own life. I agree with that. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Now some people say, well, look at that. You can't just kidnap someone and sell them. Yeah, that might be true, but that doesn't make slavery in this Bible any better. And I don't care if it's indentured servitude or what. Slavery is still slavery. You're still owning another human being, even if it's for a few years. And most of you guys know, this is exactly what slave masters used. And we haven't even gotten to the worst part. If a man strive together and one smite another with a stone or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad about his staff, then shall him that smote him be quiet. Only shall he pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite a servant or his maid with rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notice, he shall be punished. And it's saying, servant. Servant is basically how they're going to say slave. I mean, if you read the whole book, you read the New Testament, you know, Jesus approves of slaves and beating the hell out of your slaves. Specifically, he uses it in parables. You remember that one parable? If a servant does what his master does not do what his master wants, but he didn't know, you know, he gets beaten with less stripes than a servant that knew what his master wanted, but didn't do it. And that's also supposed to be an excuse why hell is A-okay. And notice it just simply says you're going to be punished. If you kill your slave, you'll just be punished. Now here it is. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he should not be punished, for he is his money. Do you want to read that part again? Here it is. Verse 20. If a man, Exodus 21:20. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Not be put to death, not be put in prison, but punished. And it just simply says punished. It doesn't say what type of punishment. So it could be any punishment. A fine, a slap on the wrist, like the slave masters used to get. And don't forget, Muslims are just as nasty about this stuff. Now, 21. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. So basically, the bastard destroyed his own money, his own property, you know. Ha 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 ha. You know, like he burned down his house, or he destroyed a bookshelf, or his phone, or his car. Ha ha ha, that was his own. I love listening to Christians. You go to the Atheist Experience, you know, listen to Matt Dillahunty. I mean, these Christians will squirm. Go to the Atheist Minority, her YouTube channel. Check her out. You just gotta love this stuff. And then, of course, there's all these others about animals and the rest of that stuff. But, I mean, seriously. This is what Christians, Jews, and Muslims enjoy. Okay? Jews want, not all Jews, okay? The Zionist Jews, you know, the ones that are in charge of Israel, like Netanyahu and people like him, the war hawks, they want war with Iran and all these other countries. They want to basically screw us over. This is why they get this crap from this book. All these religious folks, Muslims, Jews, Christians, get this crap from here. That's why they want so much control. Christians want to bring about Armageddon. The Jews just want to control all of us. Have all the goy, you know, so weak and powerful we have to kiss their ass. The Muslims want to rule over all of us. Like the Jews, but the Muslims will be a lot more vicious. Both will have us as slaves, but the Muslims are a lot more vicious. And we got to be careful, because religion, as well as the social justice warriors, can really do a lot of damage. It may even destroy us, especially if we end up with a war with Iran or any of these other countries, And I mean, a million years it won't matter. Like I made another video, eventually everything gets repaired and all this stuff. In a million years, people forget. But why should we screw ourselves over for religion, for mythology? It's time to put this stuff away. I mean, science has been around for 500 years. And science has given us in 500 years more than religion has given us in 20,000 years that's been around. It's been around at least, 20, 30,000 years? Because there's cave paintings, there's, Neanderthals may even had religion. Who knows? So it's been around for a while. And we need to get weaned off this thing before it kills us. And same with these social justice warriors. All this nonsense, authoritarian ideology, I know I'm an idiot, ideology, all this stuff, be very careful. It's all nonsense. This is why, again, I run for president. You see my videos where I'm running for president. Elect me for president in 2012. 2020. You watch my videos on, my presidential videos for free too. Don't let religion destroy us. Please. These social authoritarian ideas, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, and identity politics, I'm a white male, black female. Who freaking cares? You're a human being first. Let's put this crap away and move forward. White males are, I hate to say this to a lot of people, I know you're going to give me a thumbs down for this too, are the least racist, sexist people there are. Think about it. Who's bringing up race most of the time? It ain't white males. Who's bringing up gender? It ain't males, not white males. Black males don't bring up gender as much either. But you know what I'm saying. Well, that's up to you. Same with religion. Religion and any type of dogmatic, authoritarian nonsense. Even something that seems benign as sports. Some people think their sports team is better. Who cares? If you have to get to the point of violence to defend your ideology or your religion, something's wrong with you. Nothing wrong with being passionate about your ideology or your sports team or whatever. Nothing wrong with that, that you defend them. That's fine. But if you gotta get violent about your religion or whatever, something might be wrong. There might be something wrong with your ideology and your beliefs if it causes you to be violent. Think about that. There are reasons why some people get violent because of their beliefs. It's usually something wrong with their beliefs or them. Well, bye. Now, I'm sure no one's watching at this point anyways.